Ready? You know what
Let's do it.
500,000 could buy you, Corey? At a discount? It could buy you
Gold?
a ticket to Mars. Okay?
Well, I think, isn't it less than
It is
that?
actually less.
Hold
For
on.
$200,000 less, you can get a one-way ticket to Mars, Mars or bust. And this one comes to you via popular
Yes.
mechanics. See the astonishing plans for the very first city on Mars, and architects and scientists have collaborated on a new Mars city concept. They could have sold that for $500,000. Anyhow, an architect from the firm has released ambitious plans for a NUA, a sustainable city on Mars that could hold up to 250,000 people in a mostly underground cave system. Interestingly enough, to get there, they're only selling one-way tickets.
True, yeah.
So it is interesting to see that we are seeing this continued conversation in the development of Mars, as obviously
Yeah.
Elon Musk has his eyes set on getting people to Mars within what the next, I think it's how many years?
I think 20 when did they say they first start building it? 2030,
I thought it
2035
was
or something?
2035,
Like,
something like that, right?
yeah, I think yeah.
So
Yep.
he's actually, I mean, it looks pretty nice. I don't know if I would necessarily would want to go on a one-way ticket to Mars, because to me it just kind of seems like piracy that could just kind of leave you there because there's no guarantee you're getting back. But as far as the
Yeah,
over,
you're
huh?
yeah. You're lit Wild West there. I
A little
mean,
bit, a little bit.
even if things go super crazy there, well, there's just I mean, you're what's it say? You can only go there every 60, no, every 4 years. Where
Yes,
is it?
every 4 years.
Um,
So it's
so yeah.
interesting. I guess it also kind of, what was that movie? The one with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Total
Total
Recall?
Recall. That's what kind of comes to my mind. I look at these pictures and I'm like, ooh, so you go up there for 300,000. This is where you're gonna live. You're not coming home, but okay, that's fair enough. This is your 250,000 people living on the planet Mars. What do you think that says for the future of Mars exploration? Would it be something that you would be interested in for going to Mars for 300,000?
I don't know, man. I mean, part of me thinks it could be quite interesting to just I don't know what I'd be doing there. For one thing, just as it says in this article too, it's part of the quote, a binding work contract to devote between 60 to 80% of your work time
Hmm.
to tasks assigned by the city. So again, obviously everyone's working for the city because of course you are. And 60 to 80% of whatever work you do is whatever the city says they need you to do. Um, and then of course, I guess other things might be cook. You know, people got to cook, and there's other things that got to happen. So, um,
Sounds more like
I mean, I would be interested. It's one of those where I think I would want to see what the first let's call them not generation, but the first like wave, right? The first people go, and
Mhm.
then they've been there for like let's say 10 years, and then what do they think after that? What do they think? You know, how's it going after that? Then maybe I'd be like, hey, let's check it out. Maybe, obviously, this is something we could just talk about because it's 2021, and if this isn't even built till 30 years from now, we're gonna be too old anyway.
Well,
So,
that's fair enough. Okay, well,
right,
old
but
in body, not in the spirit. But the difference would that I would
mhm.
say is, look, it does sound like Total Recall because it sounds like you're going up there for $300,000 to be a slight indentured servant to some sort
Yeah,
of
yeah, oh yeah.
socialized society, which understandably for the survival of a colony out on Mars, you'd need to do that. You need to commit yourself to the fact that that's what you're going to do to be on Mars.
Yep, everybody's on the same
All
team.
right,
Gotta
it's
be.
got to be. Bigger question is, how bad does your life on Earth need to be that you have to spend $300,000 to go up and do that to yourself on Mars? Because
Yeah, yeah.
I kind of like being out in fresh air. I kind of like not having to put on spacesuits to enjoy a big, like a little dip in the pool. I like
Mhm.
sunsets that don't roast me.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I don't,
yeah,
or call me
yeah.
old fashioned, but that's a lot to be putting out there. And expecting people to put up a lot for that type of
Mhm.
experience, right? Now, for the sake
Yep,
of
and I got a lot of things left on Earth that I wanna do, so
right?
probably not.
Now, look, not knocking the fact that there's scientists out there that do need to go to Mars, and we do need to explore opportunities of understanding what's going out in space, so we can better understand the very planet that we sit on. True. Okay.
Mhm.
I think I'd probably go for exploring the bottom of the ocean because that needs to be explored too. Maybe other
Yeah.
areas at that 300,000 bucks would probably pique my interest. The beach is nice too, indeed. EVY, it is actually very very nice. Would you go for 300,000? Would anybody?
To the beach?
You would no, not to the beach, to Mars. Like, how about anybody in chat? Would you guys go for 300,000? Because
Yeah, yeah,
it'd be interesting to know what the price would be to have to go up and do that. What people would put a value on that for.
I don't know. Yeah, I think that's a great thing though. You know, anybody watching this video or this clip, you know, again, put down in the comments below. What do you guys think about the whole prospect of going to Mars and staying there? But also, what would the price be if you said, yeah, sure, you know, maybe I'll try it and I'll come back after 4 to 8 years, you know, you know, let's call it a tour there because it's that far away, and you know,
I'd,
but what's the price? I mean, what do you?
I'd have a different way
Because
of
this is
describing
literally
it.
says that your $300,000 ticket. That's implying you pay to go
Yes.
and then work, I guess, and don't get paid because you're receiving the benefits of, you know, staying alive,
On
food and life support, and then you come home and then what have you done? Like, oh, I just got back from Mars. Okay, cool.
when you say staying alive, I just have an image of John Travolta on the surface of Mars, dancing, kind of like Saturday Night Fever, kind of doing his thing, just staying alive. Because the look, the way even the way you casually describe it at this point, it almost sounds bad. It just kind of sounds sad. I don't know if I'd want to do it. You know, if
mean,
somebody said go up there for 2 years, maybe, right?
yeah. When you said back to me staying alive, you know what I thought was the Arnold Schwarzenegger scene on Total Recall where his eyes are
Oh
popping
yeah,
out of
well
his
of
head.
course.
And I'm like, well, probably
The
not.
accommodations on
That's
Mars
fun.
could be awesome. Okay, look, if they get it to the point where you could have 250,000 that live comfortably on the surface of Mars, and you have all the creature comforts of home, fantastic. I would again, how bad does it have to be on Earth before you make that commitment, or what you think you're going to preserve? Because if you want to preserve the humanity of all mankind, and you want to go out there and step on Mars, by all means, do it in the name of science. I love the idea; it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Calling
Yeah,
it a debate.
I think we'd leave it
Yeah.
there, and yeah, just see what YouTube thinks. What do you guys think, man?
Let us know what you think, and remember what you can always do: like, subscribe, follow. And if we got it wrong, or we're being kind of jerks about it, which we kind of are, let us know, because this one.
Hey, I'm excited, but nope.
Yeah,
I mean, you
I don't
know.
know. Maybe this show should be the sarcastic show, because today
We're bringing news, but yeah, our spin.
yeah, this little spin, the ones that we chose today they're a little bit more out there, so to speak. So it's just easy pickings to just be a little bit more flippant. But normally we're not. You guys know that we're having a little tongue in cheek today.